Hello everyone, my name is Emilie and I'm a DAREarts Program Facilitator in Toronto, Ontario. In this video, I'll be walking you through the steps of how to create your own writing dice to help you spark creative stories. Let's dive in. So to give you a sneak peek at what we're making today, here's my completed character die, and I'm going to show you all the steps on how to create this. But what I'm going to do is just give you an example now is as an inspiration for a recent story, I can roll my die and say I'm going to write a character about an evil villain. So what do I need to create this die? First, I need something to color with, or paint with if you'd like, but anything to add the color to your die. So I'm going to use colored pens in this video. Then you also need a pencil, eraser, and some scrap paper, and this is just for sketching and writing down your ideas. Next, you will need scissors and glue for assembling. Then you will need either a ruler and a scrap piece of paper to draw out your cube, or I provided a template. There's a link in the video. So if you'd like to print out, if you have a printer, here is the template for making your cube. And if you have all of those things, you are ready to go. So before I start making my dice, what I like to do is I actually like to brainstorm some ideas on a piece of paper before I really start diving in. So to take a look at some themes that I've already thought about, these are things that I want prompts on for when I'm writing. Sometimes I can't think of these things and I think the dice would really help me. So taking a look here, I chose weather, characters, location, personalities, time period, age, activities, and animals. Very small list compared to all the ideas I know you guys can come up with, but these are the things right now that I would really like some help with. Looking over here, I really liked the idea of using characters. So to pull out some ideas for the 6 sides of my die, I have the villain, the hero, a magical creature, a pedestrian, the best friend, and a missing person. So these are the ones I'm going to tackle with my drawings. Okay, so I'm going to put my list aside and I'm going to pull out my blank template. From here, I'm just going to start actually with a pencil, because what I like to do is I like to sketch out my drawings first. If you want to just dive in and start with color, go for it. But what I really like to do is kind of take the opportunity to map out the characters in relation to each other on the die, especially if you want to have a technique where you can kind of blend the drawings in. So maybe the colors here bridge to the colors here. So depending on how you want to do your drawings, it's nice to map it out first. So I'm going to start up here with the hero, and I'm going to take the approach of having each surface of the die have a shape that's going to represent the character. And I'm also going to use words, but it's up to you. You can have just the image, you can have just the words, you could have color, anything that sparks and reminds you of that character. So I'm going to just kind of quickly outline the shape of the Superwoman logo, because I think that's a very traditional superhero image, and then I'm going to write right in the center the hero. And I'm just going to keep going around the die, kind of just planning out where I'm going to go with my images. And I think the next one's going to be my magical creature, so I'm just going to start outlining its eyes here. And sometimes the approach I like to take, which I'm going to do with this image, is I like to kind of have multiple images at once. So the eyes are also going to be little footprints, with the little eyebrows being the little footsteps, but also these are going to be some eyes in the second, because then I like using the words as well as a part of the image. So I'm going to write the magical creature here. That's an A. And that is going to be the mouth, but using the words incorporated into the image. And I'm going to keep going for each one and skipping ahead here. Here's my finished pencil drawing, and I've already started adding a little bit of color, and for this is the part where you can really start to make it pop. So you can use any kind of coloring tool, you can use paint, anything that you just enjoy using, go for it. I'm going to use some simple pens, and you can already see that I've started outlining here in red. I'm going to continue over here with my heart. I'm going to add another red outline here. And I like the idea of just kind of doing some sketch lines to color things in. I'm also going to do it up here. And I'm just going to keep going around the whole entire die. And you can mix up your styles, it's up to you. Maybe one's a cartoon, maybe one's a painting, maybe one is just a sketch. Whatever reminds you of that character and helps spark your ideas as you're writing. Okay, so to skip ahead one more time, here is my finished drawing with my die. And what I've also done for you is I've gone ahead and folded all of the edges inward. So it's very important that you only fold it once and fold it to the center of the second square right here in the middle, because that way already, without me even gluing, it's already starting to roll in on itself, which is really nice. All right, and then these tabs are what are going to hold my die together. So that's where the glue is going to go. So I'm going to grab my glue stick and I'm going to really heavily glue these tab edges here. And then I'm going to fold it in to this square beside it. And I'm going to rub my tab onto the other one just to secure it with the glue. And I'm going to do that for all the tabs lining up the squares. And what I recommend is taking the square that has the 3 tabs as the last one. There's 2 of them, so just pick one of them to be your last cube, because even if you struggle with the glue, like sometimes I struggle with the white glue stick to get the cube settled, it'll just naturally have these fold out edges. So even without me gluing, it'll probably hold itself into place, which is nice. So that's my little tip there for gluing. And with that, we have a writing die. And something special that I have prepared for this video is a DAREarts theme pair of dice. So I'm going to go with the theme of reflection, because these dice don't have to just be used for storytelling. They can also be used for other things, like taking a few minutes to think about how you are contributing to your day, some peaceful thoughts, and how you're going to go about doing it. So I've put together these 2 ideas of a reflection die pair. So starting with the method, you can do reflection through walking, sitting, journaling, talking, gifting, or just generally thinking as you go about your day. And some themes I've come up with here are being joyful, gratitude, inspiration, thankful, peace, and comfort. And so skipping ahead here, I have already made these dice for us today. So you can see, I'll flip that for you. So naturally just pulling them out here, I'm going to be sitting and take a moment and think about what brings me joy. But let's go ahead and just roll them for a second here. All right, so today, for example, I could take a moment to do some journaling and think about what things bring me peace, what things make me feel peaceful. All right, let's try rolling them one more time. And I think I want to do a really big roll. All right, so you know what? I'm going to spend a few minutes today maybe talking to my partner about things that bring me inspiration, things that inspire me. So I can already tell you right now what inspires me is nature. So maybe taking a moment to look outside the window and thinking about how I can be inspired by what is outside. And those are my examples of what you can do with a pair of writing dice. Thank you for watching this video on how to make your own writing dice. I hope you enjoyed following along and that you will share your creations with me and the rest of the team by sharing with us a picture or sharing on social media. And if you want to see even more of these videos by me and the team, don't forget to subscribe to the DAREarts YouTube channel. So to end the video, let's do our closing circle. Ready? So first, point to yourself and say, I am excellent. Then point to those around you and say, we are excellent. Put your hands in the middle with me. And we are leaders at home, we are leaders online, and we are leaders in our community. And we're going to take everything we learned together in this video and we're going to share it with the world. All right. Thank you for watching. See you next time.